go. Iron-plated, hanging out right there. I don't know what he's thinking or why the other team didn't just rush him and kill him. But, okay. Whatever they want. They had about a 5-on-1 advantage. Do see Tarzi using the grenade launcher as his secondary. So, I mean, if you're good enough with the Needler that you feel that you're never going to miss shots, the grenade launcher is an amazing secondary. It gives you some great AoE presence. On the other hand, if maybe you're worried about running out of Needler ammo, if you don't trust yourself to hit every shot with the Needler, I personally just don't trust better enemies not to dodge all my shots with the Needler, so I prefer either the shotgun or the SMG. Shotgun to give me some more close-range presence, SMG to give me, you know, something I can just spam more easily for harassment without having to worry about people being able to get out of the way. It also just flat out does more DPS. And single target DPS is something that Bio really lacks. Your base Needler does mediocre DPS compared to most other guns in the game. And we do have the hack started. Sorry, I'm getting distracted on more things again. I'm really good at that, have you noticed? Quick unhack coming through, lots of poison to prevent them from getting in there. It looks like it was just a solo hacker. There wasn't really a concerted push. I mean, on the one hand, a solo hacker, when someone gets the hack, sometimes the entire team suddenly notices, hey, we need to be in the room. But most of the time, you solo hack, you do a hero push into a hack, you get really lucky and it actually goes through, and then you die and they unhack it. That's just how it goes most of the time. I think people are a little too ballsy, and they need to play with the team a little more. It's very easy for defenders to play as a team without even thinking about it, because they have this big thing that says, hey, right here, this is where everyone needs to be. And the attackers have that, but they also have a lot of different avenues to get there. There goes another hack. Looks like it was another hero hack that is going to get cancelled very quickly. Yep. Yeah, it looks like most of the team is just not... Most of the attacking team is just not really making it in. It's a little unfortunate. They're kind of split up, not really working together. And we have Polar right there trying to fight 2 or 3 people. But now Iron-plated coming in from the sky to push those guys back. Dreadnought coming down on top of your head is probably one of the scariest things in this game right now. Suddenly you have something you're not going to kill with one of the best weapons in the game, and it's on top of you. Yeah, it's not a good situation. Hack does get off again. This time it looks like they're... Oh, wow, look at those kills from Raijin. So there's... Oh, still no one on hacking, though. There's some good spam coming from... Is that Vera up there? Yeah. Preventing them from getting on top of that. Yeah, like I've said this a lot. I don't like staying on the roof, but I do like sitting one assault right there because you can just hit so many important parts of the room from up here. From right here, you can hit... With your arc, you can hit there, you can move a little and hit the entrance, you can move a little and just kind of barely hit, like, right here where they're trying to push in. Very, very, very strong for preventing people from coming in from really any direction, just because the way your shot arcs down so slightly. And of course, the fact that it's AoE, you don't have to hit people directly with it, you can get a lot of work done. The other nice thing that I don't think I've actually mentioned before about the whole Assault... Comparing Assault to Dreadnought, Assaults do way less damage per second. Way less, like target v target. It's actually incredibly low, really. But the fact that it's done all in single shot bursts means from here, fire, fire, fire. And you're not taking that constant 1200 DPS stream from either the NG or the Dreadnought or someone like that. You're just shooting every time you peek. So you're taking a very brief stream of DPS and pumping out your full DPS, and yours isn't an AoE. Fight over B has commenced. There's not a whole lot of attacking presence right now. Mostly defense. They're down a few players, but not... I mean, they're going to have to wait for respawns before they push any further. A lot of defenders going down. Very nice poison trail from IMWFX. Holy crap! Look at all those dead people. If they don't get this hack, that's just depressing. There's Zeros doing the force field hack. They're easily going to be able to push in and hold this if they have anyone alive at all. Come on, guys, get in the room. You have the point. Now it's your job to defend. And this should be a successful hack. They're all in a very, very good position. They have poison clouds set up, and it's, oh god, it's so hard to retake this position coming from this direction, because trying to get around, you're generally tagged, and trying to get around back to come in from the wider choke, so you're not just trying to force yourself through this tiny little doorway. You're almost always going to be seen on Sin and brought down on your way around. Really nice push in there from well timed, decidedly. You know, a million people dead, quick force field to get the hack, boom, instant turnover. Let's get ourselves some, who's doing particularly well? T-Dops, alright. Let's get ourselves some first-person T-Dops. He's using the shotgun, the alt-fire shotgun mode on the Needler a lot more than most people do, and I like that. It's actually got very, very tight spread for a shotgun-type fire. Any of you who don't realize that should really hop on Biotech and try it out. It's very, very cool. And it's got reasonably good range on it, and the spread really doesn't widen that much, so you can still get people with like 3 or 4 of the needles from a very long range. And it does the damage all in a burst instead of you'll get like a couple hits. Admittedly, it's a little riskier because it does the damage all in a burst. If they dodge that shot, or if you miss, it's a lot more lost ammo and a lot more lost time. But even at mid-ranges where you would usually ignore a shotgun blast, like where you wouldn't even think about switching to your shotgun, it's quite effective. Definitely give it a try if you're a Biotech player and you haven't really played around with it. Speaking of alt fires, I'm going to switch to Tarza here because I know he's using it, but I don't think he's been, that EMP mine. That's irritating. But, something that, a lot of people haven't been playing around with yet, they just added an alt fire on the grenade launcher, which fires just straight time detonation grenades rather than detonate on impact or time detonation grenades. And I don't think people are playing around with that enough for area denial at this point. Because on top of, I mean, especially in something like a poison cloud where they won't be able to see most of that stuff, and yeah, Tarza getting sniped right there. Good shot, Ashan. Let's switch over to our... Let's try Heiko. He looks like he's doing pretty well right there. But just, like, if you have something like a poison cloud to block vision, or you can fire around a corner, etc., and they're essentially just like little timed mines that you can set up, and you can just prevent people from wanting to push on you, because who's going to want to push into a wall of grenade fire that they know is about to explode? It just puts them in an immediate disadvantage if they want to come around a corner into that. So yeah, I think that's something we'll probably see a lot more use of in the future as people get used to, as people really, first of all, realize its existence, because it's a new thing. Those of us who were already used to the grenade launcher, it took me a second to realize it was even there. But also, what's that? So the boomerang shot he's got there? That thing is really good. I'm trying to get the final hack. It doesn't really matter. They've already won, but I guess bragging rights and also just to feel good about themselves. Who doesn't want to capture everything? And also, you know, it's some experience. Extra experience is always welcome. I don't know how much those tier 2 upgrades cost, but I hear it's a lot. So they'll be wanting every last experience point they can possibly get from this. And also, just, you know, play your hardest till the end. It's how it's done. Looks like they are going to hold, though, so they don't, our defenders here don't quite get swept. So a solid showing from both sides, really. Again, I really think that the class decision on blue really hindered them during the offense round. I think if they'd had a better class layout for the purpose of offense, they wouldn't have, they wouldn't have had that problem. They would have been able to push through B, because they're a perfectly strong team. They're doing quite well. But Ironplated is really trying to, put everything on himself, because him and Trick are the only ones getting out in the front lines. He's doing so much work. Look at him, 15-8. Not quite T-Dops' 16-3, but T-Dops, again, a truly excellent player. And that will be game. Team 2, I believe they should be. Team 2 should be the winners.
Come on.
And that is that for part 1. I'm gonna quickly drop the stream and put it back up so that it separates for YouTube purposes. I don't know if I'll be doing 1 hour or 2 today. We'll see. Depends on how I feel after the first hour. This is probably more draining than you guys would think. Just sitting here and talking nonstop for an hour, but it is a lot of fun. I appreciate the fact that you guys come out to watch it, and I hope you continue to do so.